Okay. All right, so is this streaming? Can somebody say something if we're streaming? Are we live? Okay, we're here. Maurice Jones. Okay, Maurice, don't make a payment yet. I've got a detailed reading to do for Alyssa, which was already prepaid. And I've got a detailed reading for Chris, which has been prepaid. Hey there, Chris, welcome. Can everybody hear me clearly? I have to buy a new microphone for my new phone. So can everybody hear my voice clearly? If you can't hear me clearly, what I'm going to have to do is do these as private recordings somewhere else. You already sent a payment. Maurice, what did you send a payment for? Was it detailed read? You can hear me clearly? Okay, so we got Maurice after Chris. I'm assuming that was for a detailed reading. Was it Maurice instead? I'll just go out and check. Detailed reading. Okay, let me just change the glasses. Okay, we'll put a stop to all donations and readings until I get these 3 done. Okay. All right, so Alyssa's up first with a detailed reading. Then we have Crystal with a detailed reading. Maurice, I'm assuming, a detailed reading. Okay, so we've got 3 detailed readings. Meh, did you end up making a payment before you came on live, or you haven't made a payment yet? Sort that out with Chris and Queen Goddess while I'm working on these readings. And Maurice, what have you got? You finished up your 10? Not really. Oh, okay, so you want a reading about your job. All right, so let me get on with Alyssa's reading. Now, Alyssa, we need a timestamp for Alyssa because I'm not sure if she's here or not. So let me get this working. Hopefully this is all working because I've only just set everything up this morning. Yep, this is all working. Okay, so 3 minutes will start for Alyssa. Can someone write down 3.00? Here we go. Alyssa, this is for you. Alyssa, we had a conversation in email about what this reading's about. So I'm just going to say that the person in question, you want to know what's the feelings, what's the connection now, since you've sort of moved to a next stage with this connection. So you just want to know where's things going to go for Alyssa, and I won't say the person's name. Where's this connection going to go for Alyssa and the guy she's asking about? Oh, you want to make a payment, Meh? Meh, it should be fine. You normally just have a mini read, don't you? Okay, Alyssa, I'm just going to write down 3 minutes for a timestamp for Alyssa. Alyssa, this is not good, but I think this is more about how you're feeling inside because of what went on and what your mum said and all this sort of thing. Because this is where somebody feels that they have taken the wrong step, or this shouldn't have happened, or all of this sort of thing. I feel like you're trying to make a plan of now what do you do? You've got 2, 4, 6 in black cards. Now 2, 4, 6 is normally where someone feels like they're perfect for each other, they should have been together. That's when it's red. You've got everything in black here. So I feel like the step that you've recently taken, I am showing a card of intoxication. This can represent drugs or alcohol was involved here. It's sort of like a misjudgment thing, and a lot of fear going on for you about where this is going to go now. Is this going to be it? Have you made a mistake? Should you have not done this? So I feel there's a lot of fear going on at the moment. So let's see where things are going on the side of the person that you're asking about. Now, we are nominating the clubs as being that person, and he has come out twice along with other people. Okay, so he's feeling like it was a good thing. He's thinking it's fine. It's you that seems to be worrying about it all. He feels like it was the right thing to do, the right decision. He moved forward with things. He asked you a question. You said, yes, please. Well, you didn't say yes, please, but you agreed to whatever it was that you did. I do feel that this is like, it could represent your mother as some kind of authority person sort of in the middle of this decision. And then we've got this, I want to do some more of this. I want to make plans to do some more of this. That felt good. It was nice. And this is him sitting here. All of these cards are sitting in the problem area. Like a relationship thing has started without a proper relationship actually starting. This is two people knowing each other, and then they've gone into this next level without sort of announcing that they're going into a relationship sort of status. I do feel that you're going to be hesitant about even going anywhere near this person now. I feel that this is a lot of fear, like, oh, is he talking to other people about me? Are other people talking about the situation? Am I just one in a line with him? He is wanting more. We've got him standing here as the King of Clubs. He's wanting friendship. It can represent a sexual energy card. He's wanting to think about down the track, maybe this being a regular kind of get together once a week and talking and doing more and more. So he's expecting that although you might say no to the next time, that eventually you will continue on and it'll become where it's a regular thing where you just hook up and hang out. And the outcome at the moment is a bit dodgy. This is making plans to do more and more, but this is where I don't feel like I'm capable of turning up at certain times or whatever. It's almost like he will return to the scene of the crime basically and notice that you're not there, or that if you do turn up that you make excuses and you leave. The only thing that I see being a problem there is he may worry that you've got somebody else in the background, or that you don't like him or whatever. So if you do like him, you need to make plans of accepting these invitations and taking this thing further with each other. Let's see what else we've got, Alyssa. Okay, Alyssa and the guy she's talking about. We're going to nominate the Wands as being him. Where's this going to go now between the two of them? Where's this going to go now between the two of them? Have we got Chris's question ready? Because we're coming up for Chris's reading in a few minutes. What's going to happen between Alyssa and this guy that now they've taken things a step further? First card out is him, the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands, as you know, is a player, somebody who's got more than you tagging along. He may be giving up the single life. He may be wanting to just focus on you and him together, because we've got an ending to the way of things the way they were. So I do feel that this is how he was, and he's thinking about changing how he is. You're being told to just trust how you feel about things. Did it feel nice? Did you feel comfortable with him? You must have, for you to take that next step. Unless you were completely blind, drunk, and didn't know what you were doing, and you know what I mean. But I don't feel that's the case. I feel that you need to know that both of you need to trust in the instincts that you were drawn together. You've been coming together for a couple of occasions now. It's gone to a different level, and now you're scared. Like, is it just going to be a continual thing where it's that kind of thing, or is it going to be something more? Are we boyfriend, girlfriend? What is this? this is the end of the single cycle. The Nine of Diamonds can be something happening sort of spur of the moment, and the fact that it's in reverse is like I didn't even see it coming. Next thing I know, it was all happening before I could do anything about it. You're worried about making the wrong choices here. Your mind's all in a bit of a spin with it all. You will get stronger and stronger with what you need to do, what you feel is right, what's wrong. You are looking at what other choices you've got there. Can you just remain in a friendship with this person, or is it something that needs to be changed now? For some reason, you're emotionally distancing yourself. You don't want to say, oh, I'm in love now, you know. It's sort of like where you're taming it down a little bit. You're wondering whether you should have made this choice or not, because this is where someone makes a firm decision. This is what I want, this is what I should have done, and this is where someone's thinking, maybe I shouldn't have done this, so I'm feeling a bit weird about it all. You will be doing more together. This is hanging out together some more. You got Ten of Pentacles energy here, so I do feel that there's going to be more of these get-togethers, more of hanging out. My advice is to sit down and talk it through, that you're feeling a little bit strange about how it all went down, and you are looking for a partnership, a boyfriend, not just someone to hook up with, and you wanted to make that clear that that's not what it's about, okay? And what's the worst that's going to happen? He turns around and says, well, I just wanted to hook up and hang out, I'm not looking for a relationship. And then you say, well, you know, this needs to stop now then. Yeah, so it is what it is, and you were meant to collide. You were interested in this person for quite some time, so it's not like you just met this person and it started day one. You've had a couple of times talking about him, asking about him for quite some time now, a few months now or more. Okay, what else have we got just to finish off? Okay, so this is, you've got to get comfortable within your own skin. It doesn't matter what your mum thinks about it, or what your best friends, or even what I think about it. It's you've got to become comfortable with the choice you made. It felt right at the time, that's why you did it, regardless of how many drinks you had or whatever. Unless you were drugged up and didn't know what you were doing, that's a different thing. You need to know that this is the direction you chose, and you need to follow that path. It's not going to be easy. This is telling you you're going to have to sit down and talk and start talking about this situation and see what he wants and where this is going. You do have the key to the success in this connection that you've got going. Some things are a burden, and there's some things that are being unsaid here. I feel like it's on both sides, that you're not talking and he's not talking, and while nobody's talking, you can't sort anything out. Anyway, okay, Alyssa, that you're here. So your reading started at 3 minutes. Yeah, so basically in a nutshell, what I'm getting there is that, you know, you've been seeing each other for quite some time. He's been aware of you for some time. You've been aware of him for some time. There's been talk backwards and forwards with this friend that you both know, this connection that you both have. The very first time you've met him and talked to him and everything, you felt a lot of things, but you sort of walked away from that. He might be thinking that you just want to be casual, be friends, and that's why you don't want to exchange phone numbers and everything. You need, if you're wanting him to be your boyfriend and explore a proper relationship with him, you need to tell him that. And you need to say the reason you didn't exchange numbers, you didn't want to sort of throw it out there too quickly and everything, and that you would like to exchange numbers and start to regularly see each other and get to know each other and see if this is going to develop into something, because that's what you're wanting. Want to know, what do you feel, what are you wanting? And if he says, oh look, I'm, you know, and to say, look, if you're not up for that and that's not what you're wanting, my apologies, but I am looking to be with somebody, and I'm hoping that it's going to be you. Yeah, so you got to work out and sit down and talk with this person, not talk to your mum, not talk to me or other readers or whatever it is you're doing. Just get happy within yourself. You made a decision, you made an adult decision, it felt good at the time. Later on you thought, oh, now what's that mean? Am I just someone he thinks he's going to hang out with? I didn't even want to exchange numbers. He put it out there. He wanted to give you his number, and he wanted you to come back and be with him the very first time you collided, and you stepped away. So it's not like you sort of raced out there and went, yeah, here's my number, let's go roll around. Okay? Yeah, so there's one thing where you'd be worried that if you put it out there that you are looking to be in a relationship and you would like that relationship to be explored with him, is he on board with that? Because if he's thinking that it's going to be a hangout, hookup sort of thing randomly, that you wish that that didn't happen because that's not where you want things to go. Anyway, that's what I'm getting for you. Okay, Chris, what's coming towards me in the career for August? Okay. Now, Matt, if you're still there, you can make your payment if you haven't already, because after Chris, we've got Maurice. All right, so Chris, you just want a general... I've had so much trouble with this new phone and trying to get everything working. And the old phone, if I can get the old phone all working, I'll be using that instead of my main phone. All right. Chris. August and career for Chris. Now, anything to do with the clubs will represent, clubs and fives will represent travel, especially the 5 of clubs will represent a distance job. Anything more to do with 4 and clubs will be at home or in the location that you are. What's going to happen with Crystal and her career path for August? What's going to happen? You've got opportunities everywhere, Chris. You've got the 4 jacks come out. Not all together, but you've got 4 jacks in this reading. You've got the double aces, which is the contracts being signed. I feel like not so much in August, but in September, there will be an opportunity to go to something else. But I feel the contact already started with this position. So something you were already applied for or whatever, there's going to be an opportunity around August time. Now, you do have the Jack of Clubs and the 5 of Clubs, so this would have to be something that's out of state or, you know, in a different area, different location. But you've also got working from home because you've got the 4 of Clubs sitting here as well. So there's 2 jobs here. Up at the top, you've got an invitation to try something, but you feel that you've got like a black 6 here. When you've got a red 6 or even a 6 of clubs, it's about the work and the duties and being very efficient at what you're doing. When it's a 6 of spades, it's like where somebody else did something wrong and they want you to fix it, or they want you to do something that doesn't sit right with you. So let's say that somebody wants to hire you into something to help sweep something under the carpet that went wrong, and you don't sit well with that. You're going, no, that's against the law, or that's not something that I'm willing to be involved in. So I feel like there's an opportunity there, but it's a bit dodgy, if that makes sense. But then you're surrounded by an opportunity. I've got you sitting between 2 jacks. And you're looking at going with this, knowing that this would be something that's going to be a long-term commitment. This one here behind you is something where you might do it for 2 or 3 months and it's just a part-time sort of thing. So I'm wondering whether the part-time sort of thing is through at home, where so many hours a week at home you're entering data or whatever you're doing phone calls. And then the other job, it's going to take some time to slide into that, okay? There's something you're very passionate about with the job. It's not within the plans of what you wanted to do. I do feel that your personal life is interfering in the decisions that are being made here with the job. Not that you're letting them interfere, but when you mention there's a job over in Tennessee, the person will go, Tennessee, what do you want to go there for, or whatever. That's just an example. I'm not saying that there's going to be anything to do with Tennessee, but yeah. So it's where this other person's like, I thought that we were going to go together. I thought that we were going to do this and that. You've got the double aces sitting in the same line, but one's sitting in the challenge area and one's sitting in the final outcome, where you're signing the document in the final outcome. And this is sitting in the challenge area is about the financial situation around the opportunity. There is a contract that you're thinking of ending, a job that you're thinking of, no, I'm not interested anymore, or as soon as I get this section done, I'm going to be letting this go. But it's sort of sitting in the wings whether you should cancel it altogether or keep going. There's some information in something that you apply for that's not the full information about what would be required. You will be signing contracts. You've got the Jack of Hearts and the Two of Hearts sitting side by side. So this is like something very balanced for you, something you're really, really interested in doing. And Meh has just made a mini payment. Okay, so that's up next after Maurice. This normally is where somebody makes a sudden decision and says, I'm taking this opportunity, you can come with me or you can stay here, but I'm going. So I feel this is you putting your foot down in a personal decision, okay, in regards to the job, because you want to go. You got all of these are telling me you want to go. This is something you want to do, but there's somebody else that either you come or you don't come, but I'm going anyway. And this is some sort of paperwork that has to be organised first before you go. Your outcome is money, 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 the job, and this is all new. But I do think with the nines that you've got everywhere, this is to do with something away. I nominated that right at the beginning, and you had the Jack of Clubs, and you've got the Four of Clubs, which means at home as well. This is really good energy, Chris. I just think that the nines are telling me whatever this is, August you're going to know about it, apply for it, discuss it, talk about it. September will be when it all starts. And the money's going from 2 to 3 to promotion to 9. That's really good energy. It's like something that you can see the progression of it, of moving forward in all aspects. Okay, let's see what else we've got for you, Chris. Crystal's career, where's things going to go in August for her? Well, you're going to be making strong decisions. She just flew out of the pack. Now, this could be somebody contacting you. I'd have to say that the Queen of Swords to me is Queen of Spades. She's somebody that works with secret kind of stuff. She also could be somebody within law. And it also could be about money, where is it gone, investigation, all that sort of stuff. But she flew out of the deck, so I feel like there's something coming towards you, some female energy with sterile processing tech. What's that? Okay, anyway, let me get back to this. Crystal. Worries being over. The Eight of Swords, as you know, can be you in your own self causing your own dramas, your own nightmares, over worrying about something. It is in reverse, so to me it's not a bigger problem as somebody else is making it out to be. All right. Here we go, Crystal and your job. You will be told to wait. This is you getting impatient about something coming through. This could be on a personal level though, because you do have the Queen of Cups up here as well. So it could be where you're just deciding to apply for whatever these things are because you know that you can do the job, you know that it's good money, you know that it's where you want to be, and you know what's all surrounding it all. and I think you're getting frustrated about the personal side of it. A person saying, yeah, I'm definitely coming with you, I'm going to move in with you, and then they make excuses about it all or whatever. Bottom of the deck, we've got finishing up. Now, this could be about the travel. I always see the world as someone exploring things outside of their own domain. Underneath it, we've got the opportunity there with the Knight of Wands. As I said, the Knight of Wands or the Ace of Wands or anything like that would be representing something out of the area. So as I said, you had in your challenge area, this is you getting sick and tired of waiting for the opportunity or waiting to go. You need to trust in your own instincts, and on this with the High Priestess here. Again, you've got the patience running thin here with Temperance in reverse as well. So you've got two things about waiting and everything and patience, both in reverse. I feel this is about a personal matter. Let's say that G says, oh yeah, that job would be fantastic. I can get a job just down the road from there. Me and the kids can move and blah, blah, blah. And you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. And I feel that those two cards are saying, enough's enough. I'm going to trust in what I need to do and I'm moving forward. There is some contract being signed and looked over in August, moving into September. Looking at things that went wrong in the past and trying not to get too bogged down with all of that. Again, I feel emotional stuff is going to affect your career. And we've also got you manifesting what it is you want. Your outcome is you feeling quite contented, sitting on your throne, ready to go, moving forward. We've also got you detaching yourself emotionally from the emotional decisions in regards to the job. Even if we use your auntie as an example, she didn't want you to go away. You know that you could move away as long as you're not too far away and you can regularly still visit her. She doesn't really need to know that you've moved away. So I feel that this is you taking the emotions out in August and making a decision based on the financial situation and what's going to make you happy and grow within your career. Your outcome is something to do with the Page of Swords as well. Page of Swords is, to me, something that comes at you really quickly. It may be that you apply for something, you go through the process, the interviews, they want you, but they say to you, if you take this on, Chris, we need you here on Monday. And they're telling you this on the Saturday. We need you here, starting on Monday. So I do feel that whatever this thing is, it's going to be closer to September before it all eventuates, but I also feel that they're going to want you to start, and they're going to want you to start now. Let's just see what messages you've got in the Lenormand deck before we move on to Maurice. What else does Chris need to know about her career What else does Chris need to know about her career path in August? What's going to be happening? What opportunities? We'll put 3 piles. That's a better way to do it. Okay. The man, the emotional man, the man making the promises for the future is in your career path. The swift movement card is here, but it also can mean sly sort of stuff going on in the background with the career path. I feel this is more to do with movement. Wishes coming true. So I feel this is some fast decision being made for your wishes to come true. And this person, if you look at the way they're all looking at the wishes coming true. So he's looking towards being part of this wish, and even the fox and movement quickly in this direction as to what you make happen. Bottom of the deck, your final thing is telling you not to stop looking. This is telling you a lot of investigation going on. I feel this would be about looking at where you're going to live, who's nearby, are you going to travel backwards and forwards. So I think this is you looking at how to get yourself established into this thing. You will be traveling and luck will be on your side as well. And bottom of the deck, we've got the baby and the new beginnings. So the baby and the new beginnings, there's the fertile woman. She was with the man. So this is about pregnancy and babies, and maybe that's why the 9 was there as well, that not only is their job in that, but maybe on the horizon in August, September is the whole pregnancy thing again. It's starting to show up again. All right, that's you, Maurice. You just finished your 10-day vacation, not ready to go back to work and deliver mail. What do the cards see in the hesitation about not wanting to go back? A lot of people don't want to go back when they're on holidays. I know when my husband, before he ended up deciding to retire early, every time he was on his Christmas break for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, he'd just say, I don't want to go back to work. I can't wait till I just don't work anymore. So, and people have asked him, when he runs into somebody, they go, oh, don't you miss going to work, And he went, nah, never. He said, I'm too busy having fun at snooker, having fun with Betty, going to the gym, and just, if I want to get up late. The other day we woke up and it was 9:45 in the morning. He said, I can wake up when I want to wake up. I can go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning because I want to sit up playing computer games. So a lot of people, I know you're a lot younger than us, but a lot of people, when they go on a holiday, Maurice, while you're on a holiday, there's no demands, there's no freaking out, there's no time delays, there's no, oh shit, I've got to get to work, I'm late, there's none of that. You're relaxed, you're enjoying life. But it does tell me one thing. People that love their job and love the people they work with and enjoy being at work, when they have a holiday break, they're missing that and they want to go back. It's telling me that where you're at might not be what's making you happy. Okay? Oh, you're 61. My husband retired at 59. You're allowed to access your I don't know what you call it over there, but we call it superannuation in Australia. But at 59, you can, as long as you're not working, you can access your superannuation and live off it. And that's what he chose to do. As soon as he found out that he didn't have to wait he thought he had to wait till 65 to do that. And when he found out that he could access it at 59, he put in his resignation 2 months before he turned 59. Ready to go. I didn't know that, Maurice. I thought you were only a young chicken. Well, you are a young chicken, but I thought you were at least 30 years younger than me. I've always thought that you were only in your 30s. I just turned 60, so anyway. Oh. This has changed. I don't know what's going on here. Stop. Ah, that's better. All right, so you want to know what's going on with the work. Yeah, you can get pension at 67 in Australia. So me and my husband, we can't get any pension, government pension, until we're 67, or if we've got a disability or something like that, we can access a pension. But yeah, I turned 60 last week. So someone asked me, how do I feel? And I said, I still feel the same as I felt yesterday when I was 59. I said, but it's just that bit closer to not having that much more time. Even if it's 20 more years or 30 more years I've got on the planet, it just goes like that. So, yeah. All right, Maurice, let's just restart the clock for Maurice. If you look into it, Maurice, and you have got enough in your retirement money, I'm pretty sure that the rules will be similar if you're in America, where you can access that retirement money as long as you're not working anymore. And then after 1 year, I think you're allowed to work a maximum of, like some 10 hours or something like that, and still be getting the money. I do know that I can get what's called a job seeker payment because I'm only working low hours. But with the disabilities I've got, which I won't go into details about that online, but I probably would be able to get that. Even though my husband's retired and accessing his superannuation, I'm still allowed to earn a certain amount. Okay, but for me personally, I'm not allowed to get aged pension for another 7 years, and I don't think the money my husband has is going to last us another 7 years. It all depends if it goes up or it goes down. Anyway, let's start the clock again and get on with this. Okay, so Astro Love will be the last reading for today. Okay, just put her on there, Astro. Maurice. Okay, so Maurice, it is similar to the USA. Okay. Maurice wants to know, he hasn't been wanting to go back to work since he's been on holiday, which makes sense now. You're 61 and you probably just want to chill out now and enjoy whatever there is. You know, my husband's, one of his main reasons for leaving was a lot of people were getting sick or dying or whatever, and he thought, I might only have 5 years left, I might only have 20 years left, I don't want to spend them going to work, you know, so that was part of his reason. And he's loved it ever since. I mean, this will be 3 years in November that he hasn't worked now. All right, Maurice. This is showing me that this is two people. The two jacks represent a job opportunity, moving forward. So I feel that there's some sort of anger or disappointment for you about not being promoted or not, like however long you've worked there delivering mail. You know, certain people, if they've been working in the same job or the same company for 10 years, let's say, you would expect that their pay would go up in relation to how long they've been there, as well as being given opportunities or something more. So I feel that part of the reason of not wanting to go back is you feel like you're not, there's opportunities there, but they're not being given to you. And this is like an anger and frustration on either side of it, that you're not being recognised for what you do or how long you've been there and things like that. I also feel that there may be some kind of energy that you don't like there at work. This can be a confrontation between you and another female or a male, but I feel that this is a female energy where you were promised something or you thought that something different would happen, and it just doesn't seem to be going. And this is almost feeling like you want to put your resignation in and go elsewhere. The two jacks could be, if you could, you would resign and go somewhere else, but the opportunity, you don't know where you're going to go. And being 61, it might be really hard to go somewhere else. The struggles I'm seeing for you with your work is, although you have a contract in place, you're there long term, the King of Diamonds is the long-term commitment, the Seven of Hearts is making plans, the Ace of Clubs is your contract in place. So 3 of the cards are showing me that you're the type of person, you've signed a document, so you're going to turn up because that's who you are and you've got a job to do. This here is sitting in your problem area, is you want to rip up the contract. You want to call the boss and say, I won't be back in at work, you have to find somebody else, I'm out of here. But you're just not sure. You need your plan in place so that you can eventually, in the next so many months, I feel like you need to put a time frame on how much longer you plan on staying there and what have you got in progress financially to support yourself if you do go, you know. So yeah, that's sitting in the problem area. So the problem area is that you're a dedicated good guy. You're not somebody that just goes, oh, well, I'll just leave them hanging and they can find somebody else to do my job, bad luck. Okay? Moving forward, you're looking at the government stuff. So this is insurances, retirement, what is the plans, what have you got access to if you did eventually leave? And there's more to it than you know. You've got some opportunity coming up here where you could be getting on board with somebody. So somebody might have a, let's say somebody's got a business where they work from home, and part of that business is sending stuff out. Now you've got a lot of knowledge around the postal system, okay? What's the cheapest way to send something, or what's the little loopholes there? So you may have some opportunity to get on board with some business female. So let's say some woman started up her own company with makeup or something like that, and she's been paying high fees to send that out to her customers. You might have some way of, you'll take over those deliveries for her, get a cash payment, and you retire, you know? So I feel that there's something out there. I also feel that there may be some touchy friendship or relationship. You've got a cousin or somebody that could actually help you to feel more comfortable and have something new, because your outcome in your career in the near future, around September time for you as well as Crystal, you have the double red nines. Double red nines is all your dreams and your wishes coming true, and you've got a surprise coming in here. So I don't know if there's some new opportunity or something you're applying for right now, Maurice, but there is a new opportunity. You're going to be in some kind of argument about something with somebody so that you can take on this new opportunity. These together with another red card means a total new opportunity. September, you're going to be sitting happy as Larry. This may be you resigning in September, making that plan during August so that you can be happy and free and moving forward. The good thing I'm seeing here is you're doing something that you love doing and you're getting the payment you deserve. So that's what I'm seeing there. Let's just move on to the tarots. I did reset the clock, didn't I? Yes, I did. All right. Okay. Alyssa, I already did your reading, Alyssa. Yours started at 3 minutes. I already did it. Yours was the very first one when you came on. Okay, bottom of the deck, this is where you can get, this is you yourself, the King of Cups. You're not following your dreams. When he's upside down, this is where I'm just frustrated with this. I feel like someone's got my hands like this, and I have to go to work, and I have to do this, and I have to pay my bills. And so I feel like you're getting a bit out of sorts about who you are. I just feel that you're the good guy. You're the good guy. You let people tread on you, and you get told what to do, and then you go home and you feel like this, but you feel like, what's my options? I don't see the options. So at the moment, for some reason, you've got the Empress sitting here. So I don't know who this female energy is, but I just feel like she's showing you all the opportunities of what you could actually be doing instead of going back to that job. Okay, you are concerned. Your main fear is about not having enough money. That if you left tomorrow, that what are you going to do about paying the bills? Can you move in with somebody? Can you share rent with somebody? Can you change where you're living? Can you lower down what your expenses are and be able to leave and then work from there, work from home, or get some kind of cash job? You are trying to make a plan for the future, so this is a good plan. You are going to be looking at exploring new opportunities in the very near future. You're going to look at what else can you do with your skills, your age, where could you go? I do think you need to contact either friends or relatives from the past, even somebody that you might not be too keen to be around. This here is, you just got to give yourself some time. That's where somebody... The Hermit is where you lock the door and you stay inside. When he's in reverse, I feel it's like you just need to give yourself some time before you branch back out. You need to trust in what's going on inside of yourself. You've got High Priestess there. That's you making new decisions. Your outcome cards are really, really good today. You've got the 10 of Pentacles, you've got the Strength card. This is if you don't get impatient, because you've got the Hangman in reverse. Hangman is telling you to wait. This is don't jump now. Just be prepared to wait and get frustrated, because you do on the horizon, you have something much better. This is like winning the jackpot, winning the lottery, and this is you being a lot stronger than you know. Anyway, that's what we got for you. Hope that's helped, Maurice. Now, if you are making any financial decisions in that, this is just for entertainment purposes only. Please don't base any financial decisions or career decisions on a reading, okay? Because it is just for entertainment only. Okay, up next we've got Meh with a mini. No worries, Maurice. Where is Meh's question? She paid before Astrolove. Let me have a look. Is Meh still here? Meh. Should I take the SPT, Sterile Processing Tech course? Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you were talking about. I wondered what that was. I don't even know what that is. Sterile Processing Tech. Is that where, like, if this was a medical instrument, I learn how to sterilize it? Is that what it is? Is that what you're talking about there? I've never heard of that. SPT. I know, yeah, because I know when my daughter was working in beauty therapies and anything to do with, you know, cleaning the room and the different things they would get out of the machine to do your eyebrows or your feet or whatever, everything came in these special bags and it had been through a process. Okay, sounds interesting. It sounds like it's in line with what you've been doing. So let's have a look. So this is a mini read. I've got to buy a new strap for this watch because it just keeps sliding off my wrist. It's just too, my wrist is so skinny, and the big watch, it's sliding off. All right, here we go. So, SPT course for Meh. She would like to know, should she take it on? What will be the results if Meh does the sterilizing processing course? What can she expect to get the outcome if she takes it on? First card's out, definitely take it on. First two cards out. These are like the wishes coming true. So if you want to do it because it gives you more jobs that you can apply for, you definitely need to do it. You've got an ace, you've got an ace of spades, which is a decision being made, and a king, which is the boss, king of diamonds, which is the boss. So you taking on this course, your first card's out. You may have a problem with the learning of it, but there may be a few things in it that you don't really understand and get frustrating for you, and you'll be at home going, oh my God, I don't understand this stuff. So there is one little negative tone with it, that it may be, it's like with me, when I was at school and I was doing science, I thought I understood things, and whenever I did a test, the test was like 60 or 70%, and I couldn't understand it because I thought, well, I don't understand that, you know. So I feel that Black 4 is telling me there will be parts of the actual course. Let's say there's 8 units, okay? 1 unit out of the 8 may really do your head in, where you're just thinking, I don't know how to do this, you know? Okay. Bottom of the deck is it's leading to a new position, a new job, so that's beneficial. Underneath that is the opportunity. and it's something that you're going to be good at. Again, you've got a black 4 sitting under there, so I do feel that not all of it's going to be fantastic. There is going to be parts of it that you worry about. It is going to help you with your future planning of what you want to do and starting to see things unfold. So let's say you applied for a job in a particular ABC company, and you were missing another certificate. This certificate will help you to get that job now. You do have fears and concerns about your timing with things. Have you got the time to take this course on? Will you be able to stop doing what you're doing and focus? So I do think you're worried about whether you can be dedicated to it, and also about asking for help. It's like you're trying to do everything by yourself instead of asking someone to help you. And usually when you're doing a course, teachers are there for a reason. They're there to teach you. There will be some kind of government requirement thing with you doing this. I don't know if it's to do with medical, because it's to do with sterilisation of objects or whatever. So it may be there is some kind of government requirement here, because this is you looking at some kind of thing they want you to sign. You're being told to get all the information, have a lot of talks before you sign anything, okay, and make sure you tick all the boxes. Your outcome is being worried about your actual being committed to it. Like once you're in it, and if you don't like it, going, oh my God, now I've got to continue this on. But it's telling me you can turn your fears and worries into a profit. So this would be, if you put the efforts in, you will get back what you put into this. So let's say the course is going to cost you $200 to do it, and so many hours, that in a month's time or 6 months' time or whatever, you'll look back and say, I've made my money back 10 times of what I put into that. So it will be profitable, as well as something that you should have done before, you know. The bell's gone, so we'll just do top and bottom of these, 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom. What else does Meh need to know about doing this sterile procedure course? All right, you've got the 2 business kings coming out together, that they're, you know, following rules, regulations, everything like that. You yourself are your own enemy here. You need to just get over your hang-ups about things. Lots of people can learn certain things and then they can't do other things. Lots of people will look at what you can do. Let's say you can make an amazing looking cake, and they think, how do you do that? And to you, it's something easy. You know, so don't put yourself down, or, oh, I'm not going to be able to cope with that part of it. I just feel like you've got to have confidence in yourself. This is something you're doing to better your future, okay? And you will be looking at getting a little bit confused with which option to take. So it might not just be there's that course. There may be something else that you're sort of looking which way to go with it, but it is looking good. Your first cards out were telling me that this is going to be something that's good, okay, and it will work for you. But be prepared for you and your own insecurities about learning or whatever it is to get in the way at certain times, okay? Okay, so up next we had Astro Love. Now, Alyssa was in the room before saying, what am I doing? I didn't see another payment from her. Her reading was done, the very first reading, when I turned this on. Are you still there, Alyssa? No worries, Meh, thank you for coming back. Astro Love will be the last reading, but I need to know what's going on with Alyssa, because she was saying what's going on with her reading. Alyssa, are you still here? Yeah. Okay, so I'll move on to Astro Love while we're finding out what's going on with Alyssa. What can I expect in love between now and the end of this year? Okay, so this is a general reading around love. Oh, she wanted another reading today. Alyssa, you were going to pay... No, I can do it, Alyssa. I can do it. I was just going to finish up now so other people didn't come in. No, that's fine. I thought you were asking about because of the other one. So if you wanted to pay for a mini general or a detailed general. So I'll do Astro Love, and then if Alyssa, if you do want it, and you do the payment now, I will put that one on the list. Detail or mini? Okay, detailed reading. Okay, I'll just write you down again. Detailed reading. Detail. Okay, so Astro Love, Anadilia. This is a detailed general reading around what's coming towards you in love. Now, I do believe you're Virgo, aren't you? And you're single at the moment, yes? Yeah, what can I expect between love and the end of the year? So that's a general reading around love, yeah? Astro Love? I don't want to start the clock until I know what's going on here. So we're doing, what can you expect in love? You are Virgo and you are single at the moment, yes? And you're a very, very attractive looking person as well. Pretty sure there's going to be a lot between now and the end of the year with love. But whether you want it or not is a different story. No, she's paid 20 US, so she can actually have a detailed and a mini if she wants. But in the past, she's always paid around the 20 US mark for a detailed reading. Unless she was wanting a mini as well, which is fine. Because it's not enough for 2 detailed readings, but it's enough for 1 and 1 mini. Astro Love, are you there? What I'm going to do is I'm going to check my WhatsApp to see if she's put anything in there. She's not here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the one question. All right, so we'll get on with it, and she can contact me. I'll contact her in WhatsApp and just say, look, I've done that, and if she wants a mini reading time, I'll do a mini reading next time. So, because I want to keep moving forward, and Alyssa's donating, I believe. I haven't seen it come in yet, but I do believe she's going to be donating. All right, so here we go. Astro Love. Astro Love would like to know, which is Anadilia, would like to know what's coming towards her in love and romance between now and the year. Okay, who's coming towards? Someone from your past that you don't want is coming. It just dropped out on the table. Someone that, something to do with third parties and all of this, they're trying to be involved. Reach out. I've just got the payment now for a detailed for Alyssa, so that'll be up next. We need her question. And then that'll be the last for the day. We'll be finished after that. And Nina, I won't put everything away. I'll go straight to WhatsApp if you've got your thing in there and do a recording for you. All right, Anadilia. This is you and something that you're just not interested in, okay? This is you. You're looking at the past, you're looking at what happened before. There is someone here, but they're sneaky, and you're just sort of turning your your back on that. You don't want to get involved in that. You just feel that that's done. This is something that's done, dusted. They need to just go away. We'll just put 58 minutes or thereabouts, 58:30 for the start time for Anadelia, if she comes in. All right, Anadelia, you're wanting a deep, passionate love, you're wanting to enjoy. So this is telling me about invitations to go out and everything, but just not really sort of seeing anything you want to start something with. You know, there's people that want to go out, they want to have dinner, they want to talk, they want to hang out with you, but no one's presenting with this, let's be in a relationship, looking for something that's going to be long term, not just hanging out and hooking up. Your challenge areas is the past. Your challenge areas is something that is technically done and finished, but it's sitting in the challenge area, which tells me it's not done. This also is someone trying to hold on there, or you're still holding on to something that is joined to you, that you're just not letting go, or whatever that is. I'm getting really hot. You've got two opportunities here. This is somebody that wants to be with you, take it long term and everything, but this person here, they need to grow up. They've got some kind of, I feel that you're attracted to the one that needs to grow up, and the one that would be there feels too much like someone you feel like a brother relationship, you know what I mean? Like you don't see them as a boyfriend, you see them more as a father figure or an advisor and that, but they would be the one good for you. This one here, I feel that you're attracted to this one, but they are frustrating and they need to grow up. Moving forward towards the end of the year, we do have where you're sort of not getting involved in something because you feel that there was something told to you about that person. So an example would be, here he is here. Now this person could have jet black hair, or he may be bald with facial hair, but he's got dark features. He may even have dark skin. The other thing with him is he could be very secretive. He could be somebody that works high up in the taxation department. He could work for the government. He could be military or police. But I feel that there's something tagging along with this guy where you're being told things that might not be 100%. So you might go to meet up with this person and then somebody says to you, oh, I heard about him, he does drugs, or he smokes pot, or he drinks too much or something. So there's something here in this guy's background, but I don't think it's going to matter because it looks like this is the guy. This guy and you making plans to see each other more. If he lives in a different state or something, planning to travel to each other, feeling a very strong bond with this person and wanting to know more about them. This looks really good. In the future, it not only is a friendship and sexual energy, but it could be something very, very strong with this person. I'm going to get more information on this person with the rest of the cards to show me more about this king. Now, there will be other people that disagree with this, and there's also someone that's been hanging on to you that you're casting them out. So I think that you had the person in Texas or somewhere like that, that just not coming to the picture, saying that they're free of their wife, they're divorced and all of this stuff, but just sort of not coming to the picture, not being the person they need to be. This is normally where you say, I'm done with that now. I'm casting that out, casting it away. So let's see who he is, this guy. More information on this guy, please, for Anadelia, who's coming forward. 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom. It looks like you know him through some friendship here. This could be somebody at work, or it could be some cousin or something like that. This is there's a connection there with whoever he is. So it could be your cousin's work colleague or something like that, or you go to a birthday party for your best friend and you meet this guy there. This is going to be a very, very, very strong, good connection. Eventually it could develop into something more, but for now it's just showing where you get on like a house on fire. The other thing it's showing me is something to do with travel and work demands here, being there is some kind of past incident or something with this person to do with work. So work may be a problem either on your side or his side for your availability, put it that way. So if you're trying to make plans to be together for Christmas, he may have work commitments because he was single, so he said that he would be there at Christmas, and people book in their Christmas holidays way before Christmas even comes, and because he's single, he may have said, don't worry, I'll work all through Christmas and New Year, because, you know, what else am I going to do? So I do feel that that may interfere with plans, your job or his. Oh, wrong cards. Anadilia and love here till Christmas. Anadilia and love here till the end of the year. What's coming towards her? I wonder if the King of Swords will come out or the Knight of Swords, because that's who that was there. Area is someone from the past trying to reconcile with you. They're sorry, they want to be there, they're trying to reconcile with you, they're holding on to you. So it's sitting in the problem area for you to move forward. It can be that something inside of you is going, what if I move on with this person who's lovely and I'm having a great time? It never really goes anywhere, and then I tell this other person who's finally ready that I'm not interested, but this thing never goes anywhere. If you sit around waiting for it to all happen and you let go of an opportunity to move forward, and maybe it turns into something, maybe it doesn't, because you're waiting for this other one, how long are you going to wait for this other one? So I feel that this hanging on card is probably you, even though you say you're done or whatever, that you're not done. You are going to be desired. Half the problem is going to be desired by every Tom, Dick and Harry. Some of them are good, some of them are not. And also the problem is sticking to the traditional way of thinking. What this could mean, Anadelia, is let's say that you are Catholic, and the person you become interested in, that's interested in you, everything ticks the boxes except for their religion is totally different to yours. Or you're from China and they're from America, and because of that, it doesn't work. So I do feel that in your problem area is having something that's not traditional, and not everybody's going to accept it. This may be telling me that this person is a Leo, and that's maybe why you're going to be at some birthday celebration and this person's going to be saying it's my birthday too. But yeah, this could be just saying that there's going to be more and more strength in this relationship as time goes on, or it could just be saying that it's a Leo energy. In the beginning, I feel this is you only giving a little bit of yourself, not your whole self, into this relationship. There is you being told to just go on a journey and explore here. No, not now. I'm going to be finishing Bethel. I've got one more reading to do and I'm finishing going offline. I'll be going home in the next 20 minutes. If you wanted to wait and see when I could do it, or maybe I could do it when I get home, okay. I was going to send you a message to let you know I was online. I totally forgot. You're going to get impatient for waiting, or it could be the person, Anadelia, the person that's waiting to step up to the plate with you. They might be getting impatient and trying to push it further before you're ready. You're being told to just take your time with things and learn and experience as you go. The other thing here is letting go of an old connection as well. Okay, so let's just see your last final messages, and thank you for the donation today. Last final messages for Anadilia about love life from now till December. Yeah, I won't be doing any more after Alyssa's reading. Have we got Alyssa's, she's donated for the next 3 weeks, general health, love, career. Okay. Okay, Astro Love. This is all about luck. This is also about fertility, pregnancy, sexual energy. It can be telling you there's plenty of fish in the sea, so if something doesn't work, move to the next one. You know what I mean? So this can be just telling you plenty of fish in the sea. There's a lot of sexual energy coming towards you in between now and December. I know that might not be what you're just wanting, but unfortunately you're gorgeous, and well, not unfortunately, fortunately for you, you're gorgeous. There's going to be a lot of energy there about, hey, I want to take you out, oh, you're beautiful, oh my God, you know. You will have some mountains to face with relationship thing, but the success is there if you want it. You have the key to your own success story with this relationships journey. Your outcome cards are showing it's only a matter of time, but there are things, skeletons in the closet that have to be dealt with. You have to own up to things for yourself, that if you're not ready, you're not ready. If you are ready, you're ready. Yeah. Anyway, that's what we've got there for you. Lastly, we've got Alyssa today. Okay, yeah, so what day is it today? It's Thursday. I will be at the club tomorrow, but I'll be at a different club. Bethel, if you did want to make a payment, you would get the first reading when I go live tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure we're going to the club tomorrow, but a different club. Okay? And even if we go to the club and I'm not going live, I can do your recording tomorrow at the club. So if you're happy with that, and anybody else that's watching, this is finished, this is the last reading now. Anybody else that's watching that was going to make a payment or wants a reading, yeah, tomorrow I should be at this club where if I can't do it on live, I can definitely find somewhere and do it in private and do a recording and send you a link, either to an email address or to, if you're on my WhatsApp, to send me a message, say I've made a payment, I'll check the payment, send me the question and I'll get it done for you. Okay, and I don't know if Bethel's still here, but I'll tell her that in WhatsApp. Okay, Alyssa, you've donated. You want to know over the next coming weeks about health, love, career, just a detailed reading on whatever comes up. Okay, so Alyssa, last reading of the day. We're going to start with tarots for you. Alyssa would like a general reading, love, health, career, what she needs to know, what's coming towards her. Now, Alyssa, what I want you to do is go to that Psychic Revelation site and write these cards down as I pull them. I'll tell you what they are and if I say they're reversed or not. And I want you to go to that site and just look at love and relationships on that card, look at career on that card, and finance and health, and you'll get more information there, okay? And that goes for anybody else that's had readings with me. I suggest that you go there. It's got very, very informative and it gives you a lot more information. Alyssa, love, health, relationships, career, what you need to know. Okay, so you've got Temperance in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse, okay, so you've got Temperance in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse, and Nine of Swords in reverse. These are all your challenges in the coming weeks. So if you know anything about cards, these two are all about nightmares, fears, and usually it's about stuff you're doing to yourself. In regards to health, it can mean injury. I always see spades and swords as injury or sudden things happening. Going down the stairs, falling over, like what happened to me, getting out of a car and slipping in some water. But yeah, so I'd be careful with my safety. in the coming weeks. Don't take risks with anything. In regards to financial situations, you could be stressed about a bill or not having the rent money or things like that, Alyssa. In relationships, this would just be tying yourself up in knots and overthinking a situation. The Temperance card was in reverse, so this is just telling me you're getting really impatient with everything, with work, with friendships, with money, whatever. So this is just telling me in your problem area is 8 of Swords reverse, so it's only as bad as you're making it because it's in reverse. 9 of Swords, which is not sleeping properly and worrying yourself about something, and then Temperance in reverse. They're all in your challenges for the coming weeks. A lot of it is what you're doing to yourself. Bottom of the deck, what you might not know is something that you see as a heavy burden with the 10 of Wands energy. It's in reverse, so to me it's like making a mountain out of a molehill. A lot of these cards that are stress cards, when they're in reverse, it's like you're doing this to yourself. You're making it worse because of your own self, or you're listening to too much gossip instead of focusing on what the facts are and how things will work. You've got 5 of Wands coming towards you. 5 of Wands can be a literal argument with somebody, and other times it can just mean fighting within your own self about what you want to do, where you want to go. 2 of Wands in reverse as well is coming towards you. 2 of Wands, if you might know already, is where you make a firm decision and you stick to it. So right now, your previous question was about doing that course. This would be making a decision to do the course when it's upright. It's upside down, so you're starting to change your mind, not sure, is that the right decision? Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe I shouldn't have taken this on. It can be when we're looking at relationships, you're looking at 2 separate people. I really want to know him more, but he doesn't seem interested. So this one's interested. I'm going to go this way. This is where you feel like, am I making a mistake? Am I going the right direction here? 2 of Wands in reverse. You then have here, this can be sneaky behaviour. 7 of Swords, I don't like the card because it can mean where somebody's cheating, lying, stealing, taking something from you. But it also can just mean being gaslit by somebody stirring you up, somebody's not telling the truth here. So be aware of that energy around you. Now, sometimes when people do this to themselves, this can be you're your own worst enemy. You're hiding things from people. You're not telling people how you really feel. You're not telling your boss, I don't like this job, or I need some help with this. Okay, so that can be where you're your own worst enemy as well. Your outcome in the coming weeks is working hard and being very popular with people and getting on board with things and starting to join in with things. And this can be you starting to get into fitness or healthy eating, or if you're a smoker, quitting smoking, things like that. Now, if you do have any medical things going on right now, this is just for entertainment purposes only. Please go to a doctor, psychologist, whatever it is you need. But this is usually about someone making a step in a new direction. If every day you wear black clothing, maybe you're going to go out and change your wardrobe and start wearing bright rainbow colours or something, you know. If you are a kind of person that eats too much takeaway, which is not only a waste of money, but it's bad for your body, maybe you're going to go out to the grocery store and buy a whole load of vegetables and fruits and nuts and eggs and things and start to get involved in healthy eating. If you haven't been getting any exercise, maybe you're going to walk out that front door and go for a walk every day. Even if it's 20 minutes, you just walk 10 minutes in that direction, 10 minutes back to the house, bit of exercise. You do have this 3 of Swords energy here, so I do feel that something's hurting you, something's feeling like a betrayal of your trust, a betrayal of your energy. And you've got this other female here, she's very pushy, the Queen of Swords, very pushy energy. Okay, they're a little bit negative, those tarots for you, for what's coming. I feel like a lot of it's what you do to yourself. You take things on and then you blame yourself, or you have sleepless nights about things that you can't change. Anyway, let's see what else we get for Alyssa. Hopefully some positive energy here for you. How many minutes have we got to go? We've still got 2.5. coming for Alyssa? There's a job opportunity on the horizon. It looks like you're going to be separating yourself from a negative energy. Okay, so let's say years ago I used to hang around a person that was always depressed. And if I was feeling in a really good mood and things were going really well and I would go and visit this person, I would come out of their house and I'd feel like if I was up here, I would feel like I was down there. So I feel that you're going to be cutting someone out. It's something that you need to do. You also have someone from your past trying to reunite with you, and I feel like they've done it before, where they've tried to come back in or try to reach out to you, contact you on email or Facebook or whatever. I don't think it's worth the effort. I think that you know what kind of person they are, and no matter how nice or how many apologies they give you, they revert backwards. I also see that you're going to have a lot of study and work coming up, so I do think you're going to be taking on that new course. It may get a bit of an overload with that 10 of clubs in there. The money at the moment's not going to show until later. So, you know, like you're going to be doing 10 hours work and getting 5 hours pay. So I'd say that this is study, what's in here. But it's going to be something that's going to help you advance and move forward. You do have the King of Diamonds sitting here with this 5 of Hearts. This could just be somebody helping you along, offering you something for the future. Be careful of somebody being sneaky and lying here. You've got 2 4s here. This is where you sit down and you tell somebody, oh, I'm going to leave this job, or I'm not going to be with this person anymore. And you tell them, this is a secret, don't tell anybody. And then they just betray your trust, Alyssa, and they go and tell somebody else. So I do feel that whoever that's doing that is the person that you're deciding that it's time to just cut them out. And it can be a relative as well. You know, it can be a sister, a brother, a cousin, somebody that you feel that you have to interact, but you don't. Just because they're related to you, if they're treating you badly or they make you upset or they make you feel down, you do not have to be around that person just because they're related to you. Unless you live with them, well, then that becomes a problem. The buzzer is going, so I'll be very, very quick here. Your challenge areas is mostly about plans not going the way you thought, and love-wise, sort of like being too stiff with how it should be. Instead of just going out, enjoying a nice meal, talking with people, getting to know people, going out at night. This to me, it's like trying to do things all the right way. Coming in the future, you have a new opportunity and contract coming up here. This is something you're committed to, something you're going to do. Be prepared that it's going to be hard and you're going to be thinking, oh, I wish I didn't do this. So I think that that course, although it's going to be good for you in the long run, I think that you're going to struggle with it a little bit. Your outcome is showing me love cards where you may be getting involved physically, friendship-wise, and having a really nice time, but you are being told to be careful about drinking, getting involved with someone through alcohol and stuff like that. But this is showing a nice romantic friendship, fun, sexual energy, really, really good energy. But it is telling you, be warned, not to do things that you don't want to do, and not to get involved with people that are using drugs or gambling or whatever, not to get involved with something that's not right, okay? And lastly, we'll just give you some messages from the Lenormand just to finish off. What else is for Alyssa today in general reading? What else does she need to know that's coming towards her? What else is coming towards Alyssa? There's something they're cooking in that kitchen over there and it absolutely stinks. All right, things that are unclear will become clear for you. And be prepared for something to be really annoying in the coming weeks. Frustrating energy there. Bottom of the deck, something will grow and blossom, and this can be to do, if we're looking at this card, to do with work. This is where you grow and learn and prosper. If this is studies, this is where you learn and you grow and you ground yourself. If this is to do with a relationship, this is a relationship getting more and more bonded. Okay, top of the deck we got the wise old owl, the learning and the prospecting and moving forward. Bottom of the deck for your outcome, this is some new beginning here, a new beginning starting for you. And you have the key to your own success, whether this is love, business, you have the key to the success of which way you want to go with things. Okay? All right, that's it, guys. As I said, I do believe we're going to the club tomorrow, depending on whether I can get access to an area and go on live. I will need to reorder a new microphone or get the old phone working so I can use that to go live, because the microphone does not work. The 16 Pro has a different connection to the 13 Pro Max, and I didn't realize that I wouldn't be able to use my microphone. And as some of you would be aware, when I go to clubs and things, there's music playing in this room, and I can get copyrighted if the music is able to be heard and what the words are. Yeah, anyway, thank you for helping Chris and Nina. I sound very clear on this phone, maybe because it's a brand new phone, you know. Yeah, brand new phone. All right, take it easy, guys, and I might catch everybody tomorrow, maybe not. Now, as I said to people earlier on, if you were going to make a donation today and you wanted a reading today, or if you had one today and you're wanting one again, and you're one of my regulars like Crystal and Alyssa and Mare and Maurice, if you were wanting more, tomorrow when we do go, hopefully we are going to the club. We have been going every Friday, so hopefully we are going again. Even if I can't go live, I can find somewhere to do a recording. Okay? So if you did want to go ahead and do that, just let me know, send me a message or an email and let me know that you're making a donation, and I'll say, yeah, go ahead or don't. But I'll catch everybody tomorrow. To everybody, take care, and I'll catch up with you, Nina, on WhatsApp. Bye for now.